Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, after Kalonzo Musyoka announced his comeback to Azimio la Umoja, the next step was that Kalonzo, together with Raila Odinga and the Azimio la Umoja team, were supposed to meet in Embakasi South. And yes, it has happened. For those who got privilege to watch the video from the Embakasi South rally, you are going to learn that Raila Odinga and the team has attracted super massive crowd in Embakasi South. And there are several things Raila Odinga has done there. But now, people are trying to compare those photos from Raila Odinga's rally in Embakasi South to what William Samoei Ruto normally share. There is a lot of difference there. And the people are learning that what Karanja Kibicho was telling them on Citizen TV, it is true. There is somehow Ruto photographers are playing with the photos before they release to the media, so that it will look like Ruto has attracted massive crowds in the rallies that he has gone to. Even on a small street, they are going to make that photo look like like there is no capacity to accommodate those people. They are trying to share out. But the truth is that Raila Odinga photos from any rally he attend, it is always the real photo on ground. Organic one, yenye haijakuwa tempered with. And if you look at those photos closely, it tells you that Nairobi has decided. Embakasi South has decided. And there was a reason why Raila Odinga was going to Embakasi South. There are also a number of things he has done there. But before we go deep into those things and a comparison with William Ruto, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you have not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, Embakasi East current member of parliament is Honorable Mawathe. Mawathe was elected in 2017 on Wiper Party ticket. You remember there was a case between Mawathe and Sumra. Sumra was running on ODM ticket. But at the end, Mawathe became the member of parliament. And so, ODM could have been sponsoring Sumra in Embakasi South. And the Wiper Party is defending through Mawathe in the same constituency. So Raila Odinga went there just to call on ODM candidate Sumra to step down for Mawathe, just to appease Kalonzo Musyoka egos and just the tranquility and unity in Azimio coalition party. So that's the first thing. Sumra has graciously stepped down for Mawathe. Secondly, Raila Odinga has finally again lined up the Azimio team in Nairobi County in this constituency, whereby Polycarp Igathe has been lined up, Edwin Sifuna, and again the team that is going to help these people to manage Raila Odinga's campaign in Nairobi. Then again, Raila has used this event to show the unity of Ukambani leaders in Nairobi and the full backup of Azimio from Ukambani. Charity Ngilu, Kivutha Kibwana, Kalonzo Musyoka himself, and the entire team. And everyone is happy. Even if you check Charity Ngilu is sharing out those photos, you will see. And he is happy to welcome back Kalonzo Musyoka to Azimio la Umoja. And Charity Ngilu is comparing this to 2000, was it 2002? He's trying to compare that, whereby they had all candidates, akina Kijana Wamalwa, Charity Ngilu, Mwai Kibaki and the team coming together, but in return, they agreed that all of them can't be president. But they ceded the ground for Kibaki, and they won that election, and they got to serve. One of the best government we had in this country. So, according to Charity Ngilu, this is a repeat of 2002. So, I'm asking myself a question here. When Ruto will get to Nairobi or somewhere else, you will see buses. Meaning, people have been transported from somewhere to come and attend that event. So at the end of the day, you will have 50% of the attendees in that rally are people who have been hired. The remaining 50 to 40% is the residents of that area. And beside this, they will go ahead and then do Photoshop, play with the photos before they release. That's why someone like Kibicho, after learning all this through the intelligence, can come out openly, boldly to say that Raila Odinga will win this election with a margin of 60%. Because they're learning the truth on the ground. So look at those videos and at those photos Raila Odinga has shared, the Azimio is sharing out. Super massive crowd. This rally has attracted numbers. And the Embakasi West has largely Kamba community. Then other people adds in. So it tells you largely these are Kamba people. And they are behind Raila Odinga. Full backing. So the truth is that there is no way you can compare Raila Odinga rallies to William Samoei Ruto. Ni kama usiku na mchana. And now that Kambas have realigned with Azimio, I don't know which community William Ruto is going to convince in Nairobi. Because if you talk about Kikuyus, Raila Odinga has provided the Kikuyu community with with a governor position. Polycarp Igathe is their candidate. That means Raila is embracing this community. For that reason, it will be easy for the Kikuyu community within Nairobi to easily vote for Azimio candidate. Remember also on the same ticket, Raila is bringing Mother Karua. So on one hand, you have Karua, Polycarp Igathe. Nairobi will decide. So how will they vote? The side where they have Karua and the Polycarp Igathe, or on the side where they have Aluya, who happen to be Senator Sakaja, and then you have Rigathi Gachagua. So seemingly, Raila Odinga has embraced this community more than William Samoei Ruto. Because of that, Nairobi, therefore, it is for Raila Amolo Odinga. You cannot lead this country if you don't have the backing of the Nairobi city. Nairobi County plays a very critical role. Even in opposition, if you want to stay strong, still to some extent you will need the backing of Nairobi County. For you to call even anything to do with the Maandamano or anything else, you will need Nairobi backing, even in opposition. So I'm predicting a William Samoei Ruto being in minority side with less numbers and no grip of Nairobi to even call for any demonstrations, to enforce anything in government. He might not have that because so Nairobi has declared. There is no way William Ruto will have numbers in Nairobi. Because you bring in the Luya numbers, Okay, Luyas might vote for Sakaja, but with the Luyas, they can't make Sakaja vice governor of Nairobi. But then the presidential vote will go to Raila Odinga. So that means even Ruto candidate will not win in Nairobi. But now you have the Kambas. Remember, Kamba community is bordering their neighbor with Nairobi. That means these people are too much within Nairobi area. So, hizo numbers now you should put into consideration. Because of that, you cannot ignore this community. I don't see UDA garnering more of elective seats in Nairobi. If they will get maybe 1 or 2, the rest will be for Azimio party, Azimio coalition party. Because now you can see even someone having organic crowd and hired crowd. Then again, even in the photos you see, these photos have been tampered with, but this is a real photo on ground. So we will no longer hide the truth here. Ruto will no longer play with the people's mind or perception. He will no longer play with the perception. It is turning out clear that he has to start agreeing and accepting the defeat with the kind of numbers Raila Odinga is now attracting within Nairobi and the entire country. These are just Kambas, mostly, who are accepting Raila Odinga. Just imagine. How about the entire Nairobi? So for that reason, I see Raila Odinga standing a better chance. This is the best team. In as much Kalonzo has brought a lot of jokes, but he has rejoined. The team has accepted him, and it is time to move on. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you. See you in our next video. There is issues in Nakuru County. Honorable Onesimus Ngunjiri seemingly is supporting the Azimio gubernatorial candidate. We need to look into that. Why? And what that this one means for William Ruto.